Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, share this video. If you don't like me, my show, my topic, my subject matter, my guest, change channel. Not putting up with you guys anymore. Just go away. Beat it, as Michael Jackson says. So, anyway, what we're going to talk about today is making a claim on bonds. So, briefly, let me show you the two bonds I'm talking about. This one right here. This is for state of Texas and county of Walker, and this is for a justice of the peace, Tracy M. Sorensen. This is her statement of elected or appointed officer. This is her oath of office. This is her bond. There's her bond number. This is the actual bond. Oath of office. And this is the other one I'm going after, Carrie A. French. And she is the Walker County Clerk. Here's her official oath bond. You can see hers is worth $241,000. So that's what we're going after today. So I'm getting ready to call this entity right here, Merchants Bond Company, which is the underwriter for those bonds. I've already called them once and left a message. So we're going to call again and try to get a hold of the, I guess, claims adjuster. So here we go. Bonding company. Our office hours are. Let's do that again. Thank you for calling Merchants Bonding Company. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Central Time. We have the following options available to better assist you. If your bond would like to renew your bond, press 2. To reach our claims department, press 3. For all other inquiries, please wait while we connect your call. We are sorry, there is no one available to take your call. Please record your message after the tone. Press star to stop the recording. I will not. I will call back until I get a hold of somebody. Thank you for calling Merchants Bonding Company. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30. Merchants Bonding Company. Yes, may I speak to Julie Rodriguez? Thank you. Julie. Hi, Julie Rodriguez. My name is Floyd Pleasant Tarvin IV, and I am the attorney in fact for Lisa Marie Kennedy. And Miss Kennedy has previously called, as I have as well, to make a claim on two of your bondholders through Merchants Bonding Company.
Yes, sir. I actually remember those calls. I've transferred her or you, I can't remember which one of you, to our claims department already as someone spoke to. Anyway, I can definitely find someone to. Let me find the right person's name.
Awesome.
Tanya Schnicker, that's it. Have you not talked to Tanya Schnicker before?
I would remember that name. No.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, so.
How do you spell her last name? Do you know?
Schnicker.
Oh, just like it sounds.
Yep, exactly. Let me see. Just a second.
Bet she gets teased a lot for being a Schnicker bar.
Yeah, it looks like that. I messaged her on April the 21st about a phone call from either yourself or from you. Let me see if I can transfer. Let me give you her direct number.
Awesome. Go ahead.
And try to transfer as well. Her direct number is 515.
Okay.
558 8726.
Okay.
And let's see if I can message her real quick to make sure she's available to take your call.
Okay.
It always helps to let them know that I'm sending it.
Right, give them a heads up.
It appears she's available, but you never know when. She's has 3 phones on her desk or something.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. So her title is Claims Adjuster?
Claims Examiner.
Examiner. Okay. Sure. Okay.
And I gave you her number in case it gets disconnected. Okay, just a moment, please.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your time and effort, Julie.
You're welcome.
Good. Have a great week. Yes, Tanya Schnicker. My name is Floyd Pleasant Tarvin IV, and I'm the attorney, in fact, for Lisa Marie Kennedy. And I believe I guess you spoke to her because I don't remember speaking to you.
I believe she called maybe a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I think inquiring about maybe how to file a claim. I don't recall for sure, but.
Okay.
Yeah, so what can I help you with?
What do we need to do to move forward on two of your bondholders?
Well, I explained there, yeah, you guys need to file a claim first.
Okay.
You can do that on our website or you can send an email.
Okay.
Our website is just merchantbonding.com.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Okay. Yep, so that would be the first step. And then once we get it, it'll be set up an examiner. We'll get back to you and let you know what additional information we need.
Okay, are you a claims examiner?
I am, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you may or may not be handling these particular claims?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got several, so I'm not sure who it will go to.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's an assignment deal. Okay. Anything else I need to know, because whoever receives this gonna get a voluminous uh, attachments of documents.
Okay. Yeah, just at this point, I would just attach whatever supporting documents you have, and then we'll let you know if we need anything else.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's quite an abundance in this in these claims. Okay.
Yes, if you do it on our website, depending on the size, it might limit you, so you might actually need to email it.
Okay.
So I can give you our email address as well if you'd like.
Is that info@merchantsponding.com?
Actually, if you could send it to claims at merchantsponding.com, CLAIMS at merchantsponding.com.
I have that. Okay, I'll get this set in motion, and hopefully we can get a resolution. You have a great week, Tanya. Thank you for your time and effort. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
And there you go, folks. That is how you start the process to go after the bonds. You be very nice to these people, befriend them, do something or say something that will get them to remember who you are. I just happen to have a unique name, so they remember me. Don't shortcut yourself. Ask questions. There's no question that is a dumb question or a wrong question or an incorrect question. Try to obtain as much information as you can. Get direct phone numbers to the actual people, email addresses, any type of timelines, anything like that. Let them help you. Befriend them. That's what this takes. Is get these people on your side. Because believe me, they're insurance companies, so they have tons and tons and tons and tons of money, and they just need to give it away. So we're here to make a claim. This is a small step in the part of what we're doing. I will have Lisa and myself compile the documentation that we're going to submit as our claim. We will do a bullet point of all the actions that were taken or not taken by these particular bondholders, Tracy Sorensen and Carrie French. And, let me explain to you how easy it is to get these people. This whole case, or this whole thing, is based on 2 traffic tickets out of the city of Huntsville, Texas, which is Walker County, Texas, which is little under halfway between Houston and Dallas. So it was in the city of Huntsville Municipal Court. That's not a court of record. So Lisa had it moved to a court of record, which is the Justices of the Peace Court, which is a county court. So that's Walker County. Now, I want you to beware that these are criminal matters, not civil matters. And in being a criminal matter, you would automatically think, well, City of Huntsville, because they issued the citations, would be the plaintiff, correct? Well, no. Maybe County of Walker? Nope. It's the state of Texas. Why is the state of Texas the plaintiff for a municipal city citation that has a city charter? Because the city is a subsidiary of the county, is a subsidiary of the state of Texas. Inc. is a subsidiary of the United States, Inc. They're all corporations. They're all for-profit corporations. So that's what's really going on. Now, how I set this up is once we were in the Justice of the Peace Court, went through some proceedings, did a motion to dismiss for wanted personal and subject matter jurisdiction. Judge denied it. We did an interlocutory appeal. If you don't know what an interlocutory appeal means, that while a case is pending or a litigation, action, case, cause is pending, there's something that occurred within that case that you want to get a higher court ruling on that you don't agree with, like the judge denying the motion for dismiss for jurisdiction, because jurisdiction can be brought up at any stage of the proceeding. So we did the interlocutory appeal. Well, it's supposed to go to a district court because that's the next highest court. Well, the clerk sent it to the Court of Appeals. Court of Appeals dismissed it for want of jurisdiction. Of course, expected. So we did it again. Carrie sent it, and this time I set her up. She sent it to the Court of Appeals again. And guess what? They dismissed it for want of jurisdiction. So, two claims on you, Carrie Ann French. You violated due process twice. Yes. And then you wanted to charge Lisa for the record. And then you said there were some outstanding filing fees that she needed to pay before you could progress. So you're denying meaningful access to the courts. You're shutting the courthouse door. You cannot do that. You do not have the authority to do that. So, Carrie, yeah, thanks for the money. We're gonna spend it well, believe me. And the judge who refuses to do the right thing and doesn't recognize what's standing in front of her. Apparently, she thinks it's a corporation, and it's not. And she's been notified it's not a corporation. So, as I've told you guys repeatedly, um, with this information, and I could just run down this list real quick, and I want to do this. Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 2. Inherent political power, Republican form of government. All political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority, the people, and instituted for their benefit. The faith of the people of Texas stands pledged to the preservation of a Republican form of government, and, subject to this limitation only, they have at all times the inalienable right to alter, reform, or abolish their government in any such manner as they may think expedient. Okay? So the political power is in the people. So anybody who is elected and holds office suffers from the people. So, we provide the authority, and they were created for our benefit. So is it a benefit to have to go in and pay a fine, or to have to pay all these fees for filing to prove that you're not a corporation or you're a private person? Hang on, I gotta take this call. Okay, sorry about that. That's just section 2. Section 3. All free men, I put free women, when they form a social compact, have equal rights, and no man or woman or set of men or women is entitled to exclusive separate public emoluments or privileges, but in consideration of public services. Okay? So do you understand that? Just because she's a judge, she has no more power than you because you're a free man or woman, right? When you give them notice that you're a free person and they disregard that notice, they're in violation of their oath of office, which is the Texas Constitution here in Texas. Section 3A, equality under the law. Equality under the law shall not be denied or abridged because of sex, race, color, creed, or national origin. So, if you're a national, a non-resident alien, they cannot discriminate you because, of course, we're not U.S. citizens, so we're not pledging our allegiance to the corporation. So if we're not pledging allegiance to the corporation, which is the United States, because as I explained, the state of Texas is a subsidiary of the United States, and then the county of Walker, and then the city of Huntsville, etc., etc. Okay? And this amendment is self-operative. Section 5, oaths and affirmations. All oaths and affirmations shall be administered in the mode most binding upon the conscience, and shall be taken subject to the pains and penalties of perjury. So, I advise all of you, when you go speak to these people, and it doesn't matter if it's a school board, a board of trustees, a courtroom full of your adversaries, put everybody under oath. Point them out and say, Tracy M. Sorensen, do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? And make sure it's on the record. And you're going to hear crickets. And then say it again, and you're going to hear crickets. And then say it again, you're going to hear crickets. And the judge will most likely get up and leave the courtroom. They will surrender the battlefield. And you can do the prosecutor. You can do the court reporter, the one who's the little stenographer who's sitting there recording everything. Because you want to make sure that she tells the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And she doesn't alter the record while she's putting it in, which some of them are wont to do. I'm not going to mention any names. Just take it from me. I've experienced it. Section 8. Freedom of speech and press and libel. Every person shall be at liberty to speak, write, or publish his or her opinions on any subject, being responsible for the abuse of that privilege, and no law shall be passed curtailing the liberty of speech or the press. So when you go into court and you hold a hearing, because you're holding the hearing, you demanded the hearing, not the judge or the court, and not the prosecutor or your adversary. You're holding the hearing. Okay, so if they deny you what you're ordering, they're denying you free speech. Okay, so you have the right to publish your opinions on any subject. So if a court of appeals can issue a memorandum opinion and that holds as a finality of a case or an appeal, why can't you? Okay. Now, they have to be responsible for the abuse of that privilege. So when they deny you, you're going to suffer some repercussions. And what's the repercussions? Their bonds. That's their insurance policy for being violators of the Texas Constitution. Section 9, searches and seizures. The people shall be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and possessions from all unreasonable searches or seizures or searches, and no warrant to search any place or to seize any person or thing shall issue without describing them as near as may be, nor without probable cause supported by an oath or affirmation. So when they threaten to arrest you or threaten you contempt of court, okay, they're violating Section 9 of the Texas Constitution because they don't have probable cause. Because if you tell them who you are, and they have to issue a warrant, to describe you as near as may be. And if you tell the court, hey, I'm not this all capital name corporation, I'm a free person. That's just some label that was attached to me. I am me, myself. I. I am a spiritual being having a human experience on this realm that we call Earth. Okay? So, Section 10, rights of the accused in criminal prosecutions. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall have a speedy public trial by an impartial jury. So, when you want to impanel your juries, you want to ask them all, are you a United States citizen? When they say yes, they got to go because they're corporate people. They pledge allegiance to a corporation. What you need to do is read Title 28, 3002, Section 15, or Section 3002, 15A, capital A, where the United States is defined as a federal corporation. So whenever they admit that they're U.S. citizens, they're admitting that they work for the for-profit corporation. That's their allegiance laws. So they're not a jury of your peers, and you're going to have a hard time impaneling a jury of free people because not that many people know about this. And if you do get a panel of your peers of impartial, free people, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to quit you right off the bat. That case should never go to trial. He shall have the right to demand the nature and cause of the accusation against him, and to have a copy thereof. He or she shall not be compelled to give evidence against him or herself. Okay, that's the most powerful thing in this whole document. When they ask you who you are you giving evidence against yourself? It's a violation of the Constitution right off the bat. Boom, there's another claim. And shall have the right of being heard by himself or herself, or counsel, or both. Shall be confronted by the witnesses against him or her, and shall have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his or her favor, except that when the witnesses resides out of the state and the offense charge is in violation of the antitrust laws of this state, the defendant and the state shall have the right to produce and have the evidence admitted by deposition under such rules and laws as the legislature may hereafter provide. No person shall be held to answer for a criminal offense unless on indictment of a grand jury, except in cases which the punishment is by fine or imprisonment otherwise than in the penitentiary. So, I could go. Let's see, page here. I'll do one more page. This is the end of it. Section 13 of the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 13. Excessive fines, cruel or unusual punishment, open courts, remedy by due course of law. No excessive fines imposed, nor cruel or unusual punishment inflicted. All courts shall be open, and every person for an injury done him in his lands, goods, person, or reputation shall have remedy by due course of law. I can't make that any clearer. And I've edited these up so they fit. Okay, so if they're going to throw you in jail, that's cruel and unusual punishment for contempt of court because you haven't been convicted of anything. It's cruel and unusual punishment to issue you a fine, to deny you access to courts. Let's see. And all courts should be open for every person for an injury done him. So when a peace officer pulls you over, who currently possesses a temporary peace officer's license, which is not sufficient under Texas law to make them a permanent peace officer, a permanently licensed peace officer, then you've been pulled over by an armed gunman and held under duress coerced to sign the contract, and extorted for your signature. Your signature is the most valuable piece of property you own. Without your signature, you cannot create currency. Okay. 14. Double jeopardy. No person for the same offense shall be twice put in jeopardy of life or liberty. Okay. So, if you are arrested and then you go to court, they cannot arrest you again because they're taking your liberty away twice for the same offense. So double jeopardy would play in there. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go in their sandbox, which is the judicial system, and present all these and win, because they're just not going to allow you to open up the barn door and let all the animals out, because that's what they consider us. Section 19, deprivation of life, liberty, property, etc. by due course of law. No citizen of this state shall be deprived of life, liberty, property, privileges, or immunities, or in any manner disfranchised, except by due course of law of the land. Okay? So they cannot take away your liberty. They cannot take away your property, which is your money, your privileges, privilege to travel unhindered by pirates, and take away your immunities as a free person. Okay? Except by due course of law of the land. So if you're getting pulled over by these alleged peace officers, which they're not under Texas law, currently as it's written, uh, leads me to the next one, Section 20. Outlawry or transportation out of state for offense. No citizen shall be outlawed. Okay? And basically, they're turning you into an outlaw because they're the real outlaws. 21. Corruption of blood, forfeiture of estate, suicides. No conviction shall work corruption of blood or forfeiture of estate. And the estates of those who destroy their own lives shall descend or vest as in case of natural death. So basically, what this is saying, no conviction shall work to cause you to forfeit your estate, which happens all the time to people because they get incarcerated. They can no longer pay their rent, or, it happened to me. All my stuff was in storage, couldn't pay my storage bill, and guess what happened? They went and had some storage wars on my storage unit, and somebody came up big time. So my estate was forfeited due to the conviction. Section 27, right of assembly, petition for redress of grievances. The citizens shall have the right, in a peaceable manner, to assemble together for their common good, and apply to those vested with the powers of government for redress of grievances or other purposes, by petition, address, or remonstrance. Okay, so when I set up little old Carrie French for the second time, because maybe the first time was a fluke or a mistake, I set her up. and, then, and then when Lisa was all upset, calling me, "Oh my God, the Court of Appeals denied it again." I'm like, of course they did. That's what I wanted them to do. I wanted it in writing twice that they don't have jurisdiction because Carrie keeps sending it to the wrong place. Once is a mistake, twice is on purpose. I know. I'm good, aren't I? Keep telling y'all I'm good at this stuff. I've been doing it a long time. Okay. And they can't make you shut up in court. You have the right to do it as long as you're doing it peaceably. When they get belligerent, tables have turned. Sadly, you're not going to get the bailiff to do what you ask them to do. They're not going to do the right thing. Put them under oath and you tell them, what does your what's your official oath? And they're going to tell you, uphold the laws of the state and country and the Texas and U.S. Constitution. Oh, okay. So you got to put them in check. Now, Section 29, Bill of Rights, accepted from powers of government and inviolate. To guard against transgressions of the higher powers herein delegated, we declare that everything in this Bill of Rights is accepted out of the general powers of government and shall forever remain inviolate. And all laws contrary thereto or to the following provisions shall be void. There you have it, folks. I just read you every section of Article 1 of the Texas Constitution that pertains to you going after their bonds or dealing with an issue in court. How to handle it. Now, you have to be able to stand on your own square with your own status and standing, know who you are internally, and be able to elucidate that to the people around you to get them to understand who they are and who's actually the real power in that setting. Because most of you just, you have know what to do. You take it personal, and there's nothing personal in these procedures because it's all business, nothing personal. So don't take it personal, because if you take it personal, your passion gets in the way, your emotions get in the way. When those two commingle, your brain goes and you can't remember what to do. So you have to practice this, and this is serious business. You have to walk around in a room by yourself and think this stuff through, and how I deal with this situation, and talk it, okay, and repeat it, and get it to where it just starts coming natural to you, and you can spit this stuff out. I would not go like, bless Lisa's heart. First time I sent her to court, I told her exactly what to do, and the judge got up off the bench, walked around down in front of the bench, stood shoulder to shoulder with her. They got on their phones and were looking for his bond. So he surrendered the battlefield, was telling her on the cool, all you got to do is just dismiss the case, Miss Kennedy. Instead, they're over here, well, I don't know where to go look for my bond. Okay? And she didn't see that and missed that opportunity. She had them, bam, just like that, had she followed my instructions. But she got halfway there, but that's cool. So you have to be able to be very observant. Don't fly off the handle. Be patient, calm, take everything in, think before you speak, and make sure that your statements coming out of your mouth, whatever they are, rebuttals, replies, questions, are on point. Never ask a question that you don't know what the answer is going to be. That's rule number one in a court. So you know what the judge is going to do. You know what the DA is going to do, or whoever your opponent is, counsel. There's certain questions they're never going to answer. They're never going to go under oath. Absolutely not. So that's when you can clear the battlefield. Just doing that 3 times. They cannot make you shut up. Take a copy of the Texas Constitution with you. Go buy you a little booklet and take it with you. Just like, hey, I got this right here. I'm going to read this stuff. You can read that into the record and then put them under oath. That would be the first thing you should do. Put them under oath. Doesn't matter who it is. When you're out in the public, like you're going in front of a school board meeting, I know a lot of you are, going after these school boards. All the public sees that they're not going to go under oath. Okay, well, I guess they're going to just sit up here and lie, right? So that concludes this version of this video. The next one I do, I'll go over the U.S. constitutional amendments and Bill of Rights that pertain to the various procedures in going after these bonds in a court setting. So I hope you learned something today. You can always reach me at the Fearless Floyd Show at yahoo.com. I'm on Telegram, The Fearless Floyd Show. Bunch of really smart, intelligent, like-minded people in there. You can come ask questions anytime you want. I'm sure somebody has an answer, or they will go find the answer for you. You can like, you can subscribe, you can hit the notification bell, you can share this video with anybody you want. If you don't like me, you don't like my topics, look, change the channel, unsubscribe, hit the thumbs down button. I'm not tripping. Um, Leave a comment below. Um, and if you have any questions, hit me up and I'll see what I can do about getting you answered. I'm going to recommend the Telegram group, Bonds for the Win. They also have a website under that name. But in Telegram, they have a parent Telegram group called Bonds for the Win. And then every individual state of the 50 states, and I do not know about the U.S. territories, each has their own group in Telegram. So it's Bonds for the Win TX, I believe. So go check them out. I'm sure they'll find some like-minded people in there, and hopefully we can get you moving forward and get this process started and get these corrupt, elected, appointed, and employed officials out of their positions and put them back on the streets where they belong. So with that, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.